Hi, my name is Shiloh Lundahl and I'm a real estate investor, and I help people get into homes through lease options. Homes like the one right behind me, or a home just like this one right here, or even a home like the one behind me here. In fact, I help people get into all sorts of homes. Homes like this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and even homes like this one. One of the reasons that I like to do this is because I really love the American dream. And I think the American dream is about owning your own home. So that's why I help people get into their own homes using lease options. So why would somebody decide to do a lease option rather than just purchasing a home outright? Well, there's a lot of reasons. Let's say somebody had some sort of issue with their credit, and so their credit isn't as good today as they'd like it to be. So it's hard for them to get a loan today with the credit that they have. Or let's say they started up a new business, and because they started a new business, the bank wants them to have a couple of years of tax returns before they're willing to lend to them in order to get a home. But they'd rather just be in their own home. You see, they don't like to rent homes and just have their landlord sell the property out from under them and just tell them that they need to move. People want a place of their own where they can lay down their roots, where they can grow and raise a family and have a home of their own. So we help people be able to achieve that dream. And this is how we do it. First, we find a property and then we buy that property. Sometimes we do minor fixes, and sometimes we have to do major fixes in order to get that property ready for a tenant buyer. Second, we then market that property looking for somebody who wants to own their own home. We're not looking for renters, we're looking for people who want to own their own home. Sometimes people will call us and ask if they can just rent the property, and we tell them no. And the reason we tell them no is because we're not looking for renters. We're looking for people who want to own their own home. Then, when we find somebody who wants to own their own home, we qualify them. And we're looking for some very specific things. We want to make sure that the tenant buyer earns 3 times the amount of the monthly rent. The reason that we want to make sure that they earn that much money is because we want to make sure that they can afford to buy the home when it comes time to buy the home. We're not interested in putting anybody into the home that isn't going to be able to afford it later on. Additionally, the tenant buyer can't have any evictions within the last 5 years. Also, they can't have any felonies within the last 5 years. All other criminal records are considered on a case-to-case basis. So let's say that they earn 3 times the amount of the monthly rent. What else do they need to have? Well, they need to buy the option to be able to buy the property within the next 2 to 3 years. The option fee is usually between $2,900 and $4,900, depending on the price of the property.
So does the option fee go towards the purchase of the property?
No, the option fee is simply a fee in order for you to buy an option to buy the property. The same thing in the stock market. When you buy an option to buy stocks, you're actually not buying the stocks, but you're buying the right to be able to buy the stocks at a specific price. The same thing goes here. When you pay the option fee, you're actually not buying the home and you're not putting a down payment on the home. What you're doing is you're buying the right to buy the home for a specific amount over a specific period of time. And we as the landlords are not going to sell the home to anyone else except for the tenants whose names are also on that option contract. If they can't afford the option fee, then this lease with the option to buy program is probably not for them. If they ask us to split up the option fee, that lets us know that they may not be able to afford this program. So we usually do not allow people to break up that option fee.
What about with the repairs? Who takes care of the repairs?
The tenant buyers take care of the majority of the repairs. Anything minor, anything under $1,000, the tenant buyers take care of those repairs.
Well, wait a second. Why is the tenant taking care of repairs? Why not the landlord?
Well, we're not looking for renters. Renters have the mindset that the landlords take care of all of the repairs of a property. But we're not looking for renters. We're looking for people who want to come in and take care of the property because they want to own that property and they want that property to be theirs. So we're looking for people who want to come in and take care of the property as if it were theirs. So any repairs under $1,000, the tenants take care of those repairs.
Well, what happens if there's a large repair, something that costs maybe $2,000 or $3,000 or $5,000?
All right, we as the landlords will come in and we'll take care of those repairs. However, what we do, if we come in and we put on a brand new AC unit, or we have to come in and put on a new roof for the home, then what we do is we add the price of that roof replacement or AC replacement to the option contract price. Speaking of the option contract price, the tenant buyer should know the option price is usually about 7 to 10% higher than the current market value.
Wait a second, why is that? Why is it that you're trying to sell the house for more money than what it's worth today?
Because we have to factor in appreciation. Houses usually appreciate 2 to 3% per year.
But wait a second, what if the market goes down?
Well, if the market goes down, the tenant buyer is not under any obligation to buy the home. And what happens if that tenant buyer needs to move out of state for some sort of family emergency or something like that? Or they find a job somewhere across the nation that would work better for their family. Again, the tenant buyer is under no obligation to buy the home. So they're able to move without needing to list the home or without needing to try to sell that home.
Now, what if the house goes up in value? Then what happens?
Well, we've had several tenant buyers that have exercised their option and have been able to buy the home for under market value.
What about pets? Is it okay if I bring my pets into the home?
Pets are okay because this is going to be the home that you're going to own. However, we do charge a $400 pet deposit fee.
Well, wait a second. If I'm going to buy the home, why do you charge a pet fee?
Well, until you buy the home is technically still our home. And so if you were to decide to move out of the home, and let's say you had a dog that had a hard time being able to go to the bathroom where it needed to go to the bathroom, we're going to have to come in and pay for the cost of cleaning all of that up, which is also why there is a security deposit. And the security deposit is usually half a month's rent. Now, when you go to exercise the option, all of the security deposits and pet deposits go towards the purchase of the property. So ultimately, how do you buy the property? Well, you can buy the property in cash during the option period, or you can go to a bank and you can get a loan to buy the property. Hopefully this video is helpful to you in understanding how lease options work. And if this sounds like a good program for you, please give us a call and let us know what we can do in order to help you be able to own your own home. Check the notes in the description below. You'll find our phone number there, along with the areas in which we are doing the lease option. We hope to work with you soon. Have a fantastic day.